Hey party people, this is Zach from visionswell.com, products and principles for a simple serene life. Today, we're taking a look at the Venture Sling 10 liter from Bellroy. If you guys have watched any of my other videos, you would know that I'm absolutely in love with sling bags. Some could say that I'm a slut for sling bags. I absolutely love them. I own a ton of them. I always bring them in my travel repertoire when I'm traveling. And there's always one in my backpack or bag or whatever I'm bringing on the road so that I have an extra bag to carry around my daily essentials in. I like to put my wallet, my cell phone, my keys, battery backups, things like that I need when I'm out and about into my sling bag so that I'm able to have everything I need right at hand, right across my chest, and I really like the way they look. This particular sling is from Bellroy, and it's the Venture Sling 10 liter. As you can see, I got it in the Ranger Green colorway. It also comes in a color called Night Sky that's a navy blue, as well as a black version. It retails for $179, it weighs 1.1 pounds, and has a 10-liter capacity, and it measures 8.7 by 14.2 by 4.7 inches, and it's made from a recycled nylon and polyester. If you saw my video on the Bellroy Light Sling, it has a similar exterior where it's very rugged and durable, but this is a little bit heavier and more durable material than the one that you'd get on the Bellroy Light Sling. As you can see, it has a satisfying, durable, waterproof exterior, and the outside of the bag is relatively simple. If you take a look at the back first, you can see you have some minor stitching that you could consider an air channel. It's not a huge amount of padding and not a huge amount of air channels, but I guess it could provide a little something if it's against your chest in a hot climate. The front of the bag has a little gray Bellroy logo that I think is pretty classy. It has some nice bar stitching on the carry straps. It has 2 attachment points at the front and 2 attachment points on the side back. And this is where you see these straps at the bottom. And what these straps are good for is if you have a tripod, a jacket, or an umbrella that you'd like to carry on the outside of the sling, you can use these and cinch them down so that you can effectively carry items like that. If you don't like them, they unclip here, and you can undo this lashing here, and then you can remove them fully if it's not something that you would personally use. I would use them because this is primarily a camera bag, so I would likely have a tripod with me if I was bringing it out on a trip. You have weatherproof zippers. This one has a double zipper where you have paracord zipper pulls as well as a little heat shrink covering for the end with this nice looping. And you have one on both ends. You have a PU coated zipper that provides weather protection at the top here. You can see it's very shiny. And then you have a PU coated zipper in here as well that has one of their nylon zipper pulls instead of the paracord, and it doesn't have the heat shrink, and it's just one zipper. It's behind this little fabric panel that provides an additional layer of weatherproofing because it kind of closes over the zipper and allows water to kind of slide off the front of the bag and provides an extra layer of protection. Then you have these nice carry straps. They're attached to these little loops that are made of nylon here. And these are kind of a cinch down method for the bag. So when it's laying flat across your chest, it'll pull it taut and make sure that the bag is conforming to a certain shape. And you have this on both sides. This is also in the Bellroy Light Sling, and it's a feature that I really like because it helps maintain a more slim profile when you're wearing the sling on the front of your body. Then you have these little metal clips here. The black part is plastic and the silver part is metal, and if you press down on these two sides, it's removable, and then it can clip right back in. This allows you to make this strap ambidextrous because you could always remove these clips here and switch the orientation around if you wanted to switch the way the bag lays across you. Then the strap itself, you have this metal quick release buckle that allows you to slide along the strap up and down very easily to either lengthen or shorten it. And I think the idea is to make this happen while you're wearing it, but I'll tell you why that's a little bit difficult. You have this nice padded shoulder strap that provides a level of comfort. If this bag is really loaded out and it's laying against your shoulder, it provides some nice padding. It's made of nice nylon material on one side and then padding on the other. Because of that, you kind of have to pre-plan the way that the strap is going to lay across your body because it's not super able to be slid up and down because this large buckle is in the way. As you can see, it kind of stops on this buckle. You'd have to guide it through and pull it through the other side. So it can be a little bit problematic to adjust while you're wearing it. I think it takes a little bit more planning in the sense of before you put the bag on, you want to make sure the strap is oriented the way you want it to be, which means it's a little bit less adjustable. So that's one little nitpicky thing I would say about this strap. I think it's comfortable. I think it's durable. I think it's made from quality hardware, especially this metal and the metal ends here. But I think it leaves a lot to be desired when it comes to customizability while wearing it. So if that's an issue for you, it's just something I'd like to call out. Moving to the inside of the bag, you can see in this front quick access pocket here, this would be a good place to put your cell phone, wallet, keys. It has a key leash. It's got this nice orange interior fabric, and it has two differently sized slide pockets. This one's bigger and may be able to even fit a phone. I haven't tried it yet. And then this one is just slightly smaller. They have a little bit of elastic, but they're also very roomy, so you could fit a lot of gear in here. You could put hand sanitizer, earbuds, any kind of little accessories that you want quick access to on the outside of the bag. And then, as I mentioned, this nice length key leash here that while you were wearing it, you could open doors, or you could even use it for something like a flashlight or a multi-tool or anything that you want to clip so that you have easy access to it. Again, it has this nice PU coated zipper. The zipper track feels very nice. It's weatherproof, and I like the way that it's a little bit slimmer of a profile for this pocket and this zipper so that you can kind of tuck it away so that it doesn't ruin the aesthetic of the front of the bag. Moving to the interior pocket, as I noted, it's a double zipper with PU coating. It opens kind of buttery smooth. I have no issues with this PU coating. It feels nice. I'm glad that it has the extra weatherproofing. And they're very beefy zipper pulls, so they feel nice in my hand. And then I like when you open it from one side, you can open the bag super wide from the other side. So because I open from this side, it opens super wide over here and smaller over here. And then if you switch it, it opens super wide over here and slimmer over here, allowing you plenty of access to the bag. You can see everything that's inside, and it's just a really great looking interior compartment. Taking a look more closely at the main compartment, you can see that there is a little mesh zipper pocket here that has a zipper pull that's similar to the front quick access pocket. You can open that up, and there's a little pocket here that is great size for sunglasses or small gear. It also has 1, 2, 3 little pockets if you had stuff like earbuds, SD cards, mini SD, USB keys, anything like that that's small that you want out of the way and secured, you could put in these little slide pockets. And then this is perfect size for like sunglasses or pens or something like that. It only goes a little bit down this side of the bag, so it's not a huge pocket, but I like having a zipper closure pocket regardless so that you can tuck things away that are small. Then you have this nice Bellroy logo on the inside that says this bag is designed to go with you, twists, turns, leaps and bounds for years to come. This denotes Bellroy's quality and overall durability and the materials they use in their bags, and I would tend to agree with those statements. The unique feature here is that you have these sewn-in padded dividers that are adjustable so that depending on the size of your camera gear, you can fit in all different orientations. If you have 3 equally sized components, if you have one big thing that needs to sit in the center, if you have one big and one little, if you want to bend this over and have space for awkwardly shaped things, or you want to bend it the other way and have some support for a lens or something like that. There's plenty of different orientations and options here to choose from when it comes to how you want to protect your gear. They're nicely padded, and they would provide a nice level of protection for camera gear, so I think this is a great orientation when you're using this as a camera bag. The only shortcoming is that if you're not using it as a camera bag, it's kind of awkward to move these out of the way enough, and because they're sewn in, there's always going to be that thing in the way, so it would be hard to put like a tablet or a small laptop or anything like that in here, like an e-reader, because these are kind of in the way. So it depends on your use case for this bag, but if you have things like that, like a tablet or an expectation of having a tablet sleeve, you're not going to get that here. I like that it has a brightly colored interior, providing a level of contrast so that if you have gear in here, you can see it easily in a dark environment because of the way it stands out against this light colored interior material. And then you also have two other pockets, one on either end, that are these mesh pockets if you wanted to put small gear, as I mentioned, like SD cards or chargers or anything that goes with your camera gear that you want to tuck away. You have this pocket over here, and you also have another one on the other side. And I had mentioned in the Bellroy Light Sling review that I had a problem with the way that there was a kind of a gap created because of the way these zippers close, and that when it's closed up, you could kind of fit a finger in there and you may be able to get water in or things might be able to fall out. That's largely solved with this bag because they kind of beefed up that area. So like technically you could still fit your finger inside, but because it's such thick padded material up here, there's very little chance that water's going to get in or things are going to fall out unless you really tried, like shaking the bag all around and throwing it across the room. So that's not really an issue on this bag, and I'm thankful that they took the time to update that little feature. So now I'm going to take some example camera gear and load it into this bag so that you can see what it looks like when it's loaded out. And then I'll also wear it on my body so that you can see how it looks when you're wearing it and the different orientations that you could wear this sling bag. So typically, like I said, on this front quick access pocket, I would put my wallet, cell phone, keys, and things like that. I'm not going to put them in there in this video, but just to mention that's probably what I would use this pocket for. Things like a notebook, a pen would also work in here, or any kind of small gear that I would need quick access to. I'm mainly going to focus on the main pocket. So if I open up the main pocket, I'll show you the camera gear that I'm going to load inside. First up is my Nikon D3400 DSLR camera. This is just the body of it with the lens removed. So I'll put that in the middle pocket here. Next up, I have the lens that came with my Nikon camera. This is just the lens that comes with the kit. It's not any kind of specialty lens, but it's an average size lens. That'll fit perfectly in this little pocket here. Then I have the battery and charger that goes with that camera. And this charger is nice because it has a little flip out plug. So this charger will fit nicely over this side in this little small compartment. And then last of all, I have another option for a battery on this camera. This is a battery that's actually connected to an AC adapter permanently, so that if you don't have a spare battery but you have a plug nearby, you can plug this into the battery port and plug this into the wall, and then you have the ability to use this camera even if you're low on battery juice. I think because this is so large that I'm going to change the way that I'm orienting things in here. I'm going to take out the battery itself, put the charger in that little slot, and then I will move the battery and battery charger into one of these side pockets because it fits perfectly. So everything I need is inside here. And I think also if I was taking this out, I would probably put some SD cards and maybe sunglasses in here so that I had spare memory access and anything else I needed to go with the camera, as well as some sunglasses in case it was bright out. The only thing that I'm sorely missing on this bag is some kind of pocket back here. I know I mentioned it earlier, but if I had an iPad or some kind of tablet or e-reader, it would be nice to have a pocket back here, or even a zippered pocket to put my passport or something. I wouldn't mind if it was on the inside or the outside of the bag. I always like on sling bags when they have this zippered back pocket so that you can hide your passport away and have it against your body, and it keeps it really safe from thieves or pickpockets. So I would really love to have some kind of zippered pocket or sleeve on the back or on the inside of this cavity. I think that's an opportunity that was missed because there is obviously enough room to put one of those in. It's not enough to deter me away from this bag, but it's just something that could be a minor annoyance when I'm using this and taking it out on travels. The only other thing to note is that I wish that there was some kind of carry handle. Because this is such a large bag, you kind of just have to pinch it or pick it up by these side straps or the carry strap in order to pick it up. I like on other sling bags how there's a handle here so that I could just grab it and move it. It could be a slim profile handle. It doesn't have to be huge, but just some way to pick up and move this bag around that's less awkward would be a nice to have. It carries the gear very well. It's kind of bulky because it's got cameras inside, but that's to be expected. But I think it looks really nice overall. It fits all the gear I need. It's high quality. I feel like it would be very weatherproof in a rainstorm or anything like that. So this is a great camera bag if that's exactly what you're looking for. It could also be used as just a regular tech bag if you wanted, because instead of carrying camera gear, you could take delicate electronic equipment that you have, no matter what that could be, and just put it with these dividers. You have some padding. This could really work in a lot of different scenarios depending on your use case. So I love this as a gear carrying bag that's also very protective. So there's a lot of different ways that you could use that. And then the last thing I'm going to put in this bag is my tripod. So I'm going to attach this to the outside of the bag using these little tether loops. So I'll unattach these hooks at the front, and then I'll take my standard size tripod and I'll lay it in, and then I'll hook them back on. Then I'll make sure that this is tightly attached by pulling the strap and tightening. And then I'll move these little loops out of the way. And there you go. It's held on there very securely. It's not going anywhere. I really like the versatility that these straps provide, and if I had a rain jacket or a coat or an umbrella, this would be a great place to put it. So I would always keep these attached, although if you don't want to use this feature, you could always unattach these and then have a more slim profile bag without all the dangly straps. But I think that if I was taking out camera equipment or something like that, or I was using this for a use case I've described with electronics equipment, it would be nice to have this strap just to carry some extra stuff on the outside of the bag. Theoretically, you could even put a water bottle or something like that on here as well. As I mentioned earlier, it takes some preemptive adjustments to make sure the strap is comfortable on your body. So I had to go out of my way to arrange this the way I wanted to, knowing I was going to carry it on my right shoulder, making sure the padding was there, making sure it was the right length for me. So it'd be really hard to do that on the fly while I'm wearing it. So there is that quick access buckle, but right now it's actually hidden by the strap. So I'd have to really customize it and move the strap around and find out a way that I could make it easily accessible so that I could just pull it down or push it up to adjust the length of the strap. Again, that's just something to note. I personally don't mind preemptively adjusting the strap, but if you do or that's a serious problem for you, you may want to consider a different sling bag. But I really like the comfort of this strap, and it feels very durable, it looks nice, so I don't really have any complaints other than the fact that it lacks adjustability while you're wearing it. Otherwise, I'm okay with this strap. I think this bag looks really nice. Traditionally with slings, I would wear them across my chest, but because this is so big and bulky and I have a tripod on here, it would look really awkward and bulky to have this sitting across my chest. So instead I lengthen it, and I like more of kind of a side carry, almost like a messenger bag. So I think that really looks nice. The way that this tripod hangs nicely on here, it's nice and secure. It's not hitting me in the body. It's not annoying to wear. I kind of like the way this looks and the way it functions. It fits under my arm nicely so that I can kind of dangle my arm over the top and make sure that this is secured and no one's going to steal it. I have easy access to what's in the bag. I can open and close this pocket anytime I want. Go in, grab a lens, grab my camera, stick it back in, close it up. So if I'm out shooting in a forest or in the woods, in the mountains, at a lake, at the beach, I have easy access to all my gear. It's protected from the weather. I can carry a tripod. It looks nice. It looks professional. And I think this is a great little camera bag and camera sling. And then if you look at it from all angles, it's not super bulky. It actually looks really nice. And you could also wear it on your back. I wouldn't, just because there's expensive gear inside and I wouldn't want someone to be able to just slice this or steal it from me from behind. But if you wanted to wear it across your back, you're more than able to do so. I prefer, like I said, to wear it kind of at my side so my arm is slung over it. It's comfortable. It gives me easy access to my gear, like I said, and it's protected. So I think this is a really amazing bag for the use case of photography. Or if you had a lot of expensive tech gear that's delicate and you wanted to carry it around with you, this is also a great option because you could just load this bag out. It could be your little tech bag and you take it on the road with you or in your EDC or for work, and you have all your stuff right at hand. So in the end, any of the minor nitpicks I had with this bag, such as the non-adjustability of the carry strap while you're wearing it, the lack of an internal or external zippered pocket here, as well as the lack of a carry handle, absolutely none of these are deal breakers. I think this is the best camera sling that I've ever come across. It looks beautiful. It's made from durable recycled materials. It has all the function that I would personally need if I was out doing field photography. And it comes from a brand, Bellroy, that I've always really respected and really loved as far as their design, their style, and their materials. So I think this is an absolutely great option if you're looking for a camera sling or a tech sling to carry a bunch of delicate gear. The Bellroy Venture Sling 10 liter, again, it's $179, and I think that's money well spent. I've spent more money than that on slings that aren't half as good as this, so the value is definitely there. I highly suggest you pick up the Bellroy Venture Sling 10 liter if this is a bag that fits your use cases, if you're a photographer, if you carry a lot of tech, or you just want a larger sling to play around with. This would be an excellent option for you. If you have any other suggestions for slings that I should try out, review, demonstrate for you, please let me know in the comments below. Or I've seen recently that people have asked me to compare bags that I've reviewed with other bags I've reviewed or other bags they're considering to ask for purchase options, and I'm more than happy to do that as well. So please leave a comment below if any of that applies to you. Please like this video and subscribe because it really helps the channel out a lot to grow my subscriber base, and I'm really trying to keep providing videos, reviews, tips and tricks for how to live a simple minimalistic life and all the gear that could go along with that to help you make a purchasing decision. If you like videos like this, good news because more of them are on the way. I try to upload every 3-ish days, so 1 to 2 times a week on average. And thank you as always for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.